Kitty, right on cue. Hi, welcome to yoga. I'm Joanne. Thank you for coming to practice. Let's start in a seat. So we'll lift the flesh from our sitting bones. We're just going to take a couple minutes at the beginning to kind of center and ground. Sort of check in with how we're feeling. So I invite you to lift the flesh and maybe elevate your hips so you can feel nice and grounded. And from that grounding, I want you to feel a sense of lift and length through the spine, through the side bodies too. Feel like, but we want to drop our shoulders, relax the shoulders. You might tag a little weight into the elbow to sort of have the shoulders come down a bit. And make sure that you're nice and aligned so your shoulders are above your hips. And then we'll retract our chin just slightly to elongate through the back of the neck. Let the eyes gently close. And allow your lips to part so your jaw is relaxed. And we'll begin by breathing into the nose. If you can, if you're not congested. If you're congested, that might be difficult. So make adjustments as necessary. And just take a little inventory of how you're feeling, what your energy is like, how the breath is moving. Noticing any sounds or sensations in the room you're in. Temperature, just kind of tuning into your senses. And as always, if you notice the mind starts to wander or you're feeling antsy and want to move around, just gently bring it back to the breath and back to your senses. So checking in with how you feel, temperature. The general temperature of the room that you're in. So just take a couple more breaths here. So if you haven't yet, really think about expanding the breath. So we want to breathe into the belly. Move that breath through the whole body. So bring it all the way up to the chest. And let's take a deep breath in together. We're going to open the mouth and sigh it out audibly. So you can sort of feel a sense of dropping in as well. So take a nice deep breath in. Open the mouth and just sigh it out. And you might want to repeat that. Notice how it makes you feel as you exhale through the mouth and make a little sound. Good. Let's breathe in. Nice deep breath in at the top. And exhale, just drop your chin forward to your chest. So bow your head forward, feeling a stretch through the neck, and then just begin to rock gently side to side, ear to the shoulder, each side. Feeling a nice stretch through the back of the neck as you move side to side. Good. And then slowly come over to that first side again. Inhale, open up, lift the heart, drop your shoulders. And then I want you to reach the opposite arm out to the side and lower it toward the floor. So you might touch down to a block if you have one handy, or the floor. Feeling that stretch now through the whole side of the neck, and then just gently rotate the head. So look down over your shoulder, inhale, look up toward the sky. And just let kind of close your eyes if you want here and just feel into it. So I want you to make sure nothing is uncomfortable or painful. If it is, don't do it. Good, and just kind of rotating up and down, side to side, feeling the stretch as you're moving. Keep breathing. So we're circulating oxygen and blood at the same time as stretching. Super important. Okay, let's take one more rotation up and down. Good, bring your head toward the screen and then drop the chin to the chest. Bring that extended arm in and lift your head up. And just see how that feels different on either side. So hopefully you feel taller on the side we just opened. Drop the chin to the chest. We'll take the other side, bring the ear toward the shoulder. Open up, lift the sternum, reach the opposite arm out to the side, toward the floor or block. Good, and then as you're ready, we'll just begin to gently rock side to side. So we're even. We're going to even out our shoulder stretch, our neck stretch. I like to think of this as creating a giraffe neck. Creating lots of length through the neck. Good. Breathing as you move. Good. Maybe one more rotation up and down. Good, and then we'll gently bring the head toward the screen. Again, bring that arm in, drop the chin to the chest and take your head upright. Excellent. Let's shrug the shoulders here at the top. Squeeze them up by the ears and pull them down the back. So a couple more of those. Squeeze gently up and back. And one more time, up and back. Good, and then let's just do a little bit of acupressure for if you have any sinus congestion. We'll do a little acupressure for that. So one great point for congestion is on the hand. It's called large intestine 4. It's the master point of the face and mouth. So you're gonna take your hand in front of you and your thumb comes on top, and you're just gonna slide across that first finger into the hand, on top of the hand, into the bone. And when you get about halfway through the hand, press down and it might feel tender. Mine is always tender. So this is a great acupressure point for anything like headache or congestion or anything like that. So it might be a little sore, and then you can just kind of play around with that and create a little pressure there. I know we're in allergy season, so a lot of us are suffering. So, and then you might check the other side. So this is just a little FYI for homework later if you want. And just you're kind of along this bone in the hand, the metatarsal. I'm sorry, that's the foot bone. The carpal, metacarpal bone in your hand. Just had to switch hats there. Okay, and then, yeah, just kind of press into that. And if it needs some love and attention, it's going to be a little tender and sore. So just gentle pressure in there, massaging it. You can hold this point for 30 to 60 seconds at a time, either side. And that's just a nice little tool to have if you need it. So do that, and let's rotate the hands a little bit. So just shake them out a little bit, rotating through the wrists in reverse. Well, wrist rotation's good. Let's drop the shoulders. Good, and then let's inhale. We're gonna sweep the arms up and back behind you. Take a deep breath in. Drop through the shoulders, exhale, fold. Release the arms down. Shrug your shoulders here in between, squeeze up and back. Good, again, inhale, reach back, lift, deep breath in. Good, and exhale, lower. We're going to inhale again, lift, deep breath in. Good. We're going to exhale, come halfway down, reach out, soften the shoulders. Good. Tip to one side, reach the hand to the floor, and then lift the other arm up and over. Soften. We're going to breathe into the side body here. So feel your ribs stretch as you breathe, and feel the action of pulling the torso away as you're folding to the other side. Deep breath in and out. Let's take one more breath here. Good, and then you're going to inhale, use your torso to lift yourself up, lower that arm down. Good, inhale, let's bring both arms up again. Deep breath in, exhale, halfway to a T. Soften the shoulders, pull the fingers out, tip to the other side, hand comes down, reach up and over. Good, and again, think of that pulling in the opposite direction. So we're creating length, the neck is long, head is supported. Deep breath in and out. Good. Inhale, lift. Use your torso to come upright. Excellent. Shrug your shoulders here. Great. Let's do one more stretch for the shoulders here. Like bring the arms out to a T. Lean forward just a little bit, and we're going to kind of turn our arms into a pretzel. So we're going to bring one arm underneath. So you can start on either side. So eagle arms. And then we're coming back upright to a tall position. So you create a little bind in the arms. And then you can hold your shoulders. You can have your hands back to back or your palms together. Whatever feels good for you. You should be feeling a nice stretch in the shoulder blades between the back. Neck is long. And then you're just going to inhale, lift the elbows higher. Maybe look up toward the sky a little bit. And then exhale, slowly round your back and bring your elbows toward your stomach or your chest and fold toward the floor. Inhale, come back upright. Lift your elbows, eagle arms. Feel that nice little massage in your shoulders. Exhale, slowly come down. Kind of going in. Round your back. Good. One more time, we're going to come up. Imagine flying off the mat, and then exhale, fold back down. Good. Come upright one more time. Lift the elbows and then slowly relax. Unwind your arms. Good. Shake them out a little bit. Nice. Inhale, lift. Breathe in. Exhale, halfway down. Now you have to remember which arm was on top last time. So we're going to lean forward. So I just started with my right. I'm going to bring my left under this time. So switch the cross. So make sure you're doing the other side. It should feel different. Come back upright. Find the arm position that's best for you. Good. And then inhale, lift the elbows up. Maybe gaze toward the sky. Exhale, round, come back down. Exhale as you go down. And then inhale as you lift, come back up. Imagine, good, flying off the mat. Exhale, fold, back in. Good, one more time, we're gonna come up. Lift the elbows, and exhale, lower. Good, we're inhaling, rising up one more time. Good, and lower, release, unwind. Shrug the shoulders, shake it out a little bit. Nice work. And let's come on to all fours and do a tabletop pose. So you might use a cushion for your knees if you need it. You're on a hard surface. Okay, coming on to all fours. And so we're going to bring the hands under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. I want you to kind of kick your feet into the floor a little bit to activate your feet. Feel the feet engage and then press them into the floor. So nice and gentle, but a little wake up. Push the mat away from you. And then we'll do some cat-cow stretches. So just to warm up the spine a little bit more, you're going to drop your belly, send your tail and your crown, the crown of your head far and away as you inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to press up like a cat. Really press the mat away from you, arch your spine. Inhale, cow pose, cat pose, cow pose. I'm forgetting what I'm doing. Inhale, and then exhale, cat pose. Good. Let's do a couple more like that. Use your breath. Inhale, open. Deep breath in. Exhale, round. Press up. Good. Inhale one more time. Opening the chest and exhale, round the spine like a cat. Good. Come back to all fours. Good. We're going to tuck our toes under. We're going to play a little bit here with the hover. So tuck the toes under. Let's push back. Just stretch the bottoms of the feet for a second here. This might feel a little intense. So you're just going to kind of push the hips back over the heels with the toes tucked under to stretch the bottom of your feet. And then maybe you relax the head down. And then I want you to imagine you're breathing into the bottoms of your feet, into the soles of your feet. So feel the breath enter through the feet and come all the way to the crown of the head. Deep breath in. Exhale, relax. Good. Let's take that breath into the feet again and inhale, lift back up to our on all fours. So bring your hips forward. Tuck the toes. Good, and then we're gonna hover here. So this is a challenge, so only do this if you're comfortable. Make sure your alignment's nice and sturdy, and then lift the knees and hover. You're gonna try to breathe here, keep breathing. Engaging your core a little bit. Deep breath in. Good, we'll take one more breath if you're still with me. Good, release down. Good. Tuck your toe, uncurl your toes again one more time and just tap them out. We'll tuck the toes under again. We're gonna peel the hips up to a brief downward dog and maybe pedal your feet. And then I'm gonna have you walk yourself forward, coming to the front of your mat. Coming to standing forward fold, two fists between the feet. And then let's dangle the arms and we're going to slowly roll ourselves up. Inhale as you rise all the way to the top of the mat. Shrug your shoulders to open the chest. Coming into mountain pose. So our mountain pose, we want even weight on all four corners of our feet. It's nice to envision yourself as a mountain. So we're going to lift up, drop the shoulders. Feel like you're carrying heavy suitcases in your hand. And then I want you to, again, retract the chin just a little so the crown is nice and tall. And then let's take the hands behind the head. Another great thing for congestion here is to stimulate behind the neck. So there's like a little depression behind the head. You can insert, I'll turn so you can see, you can insert your thumbs, you kind of slide them. So right at the base of the skull, you'll feel a little depression there. So clasp the hands behind the head. Bring your thumbs to that little depression in your head. And we're just going to play a little bit here to lift. Digging your thumbs, give yourself a little massage into that area where it feels it might be a little tender if you are congested. Open the elbows wide. So from your mountain pose stance, I want you to think about lifting the heart to the sky. So almost like you're cradling your head in a hammock that you've created with your hands. And just a gentle back bend here. We're lifting up. So my legs are nice and sturdy and I'm grounded, but I'm lifting my heart to the sky. Take a deep breath in here. Chest is open. And it might be a little early for this, so if this feels like too much, you can back out a little bit. No pressure here. And take another breath here. Breathe in. Good. Let's bring the head back to neutral. Let's release the arms by the side. Shrug the shoulders to open the chest. Good. Inhale, lift the arms up. Deep breath in, connect the hands, and then float them all the way down by the side again. Reach the arms by the side. We're going to sink into a chair. So we're going to pretend like we're going to sit, but we're not going to sit. And we're going to tuck our tailbone a little bit, engage your core. Feet are still parallel, knees are parallel. So this is a challenge. Sinking into our hips, bring the arms up by the ears. Nice. Good. And then from here, we're just going to pulse a little bit. So we're really going to kind of activate our legs. We're going to inhale, lift, stand tall. And again, lift the heart to the sky, maybe a gentle back bend. And then exhale, tuck your tailbone and come back down to your chair. Or lightning bolt. Inhale, lift. Exhale, ground. So playing a little bit with that dynamic energy of lifting and opening, reaching to the sky, and then exhale, sink into your chair and ground, nice and sturdy. Good, let's do that one more time. Inhale, exhale, sink. Good, inhale, lift, and lower the arms back behind you to stretch the chest, shrug your shoulders here, open up. Good, let's take a couple standing poses. So take your right leg all the way back. I'm gonna move my mat, my cushion out of the way. Let's do warrior two. So we're gonna check the heel to arch alignment here. Nice wide stance. You want your front foot forward, your back foot perpendicular to the front. So you're kind of in a T here. And then I'm gonna add the arms, reach out nice and long, soften the shoulders, reach your fingertips out as far as you can. You're gonna gaze toward the front hand and then just bend the front knee. So that leg that's facing forward. And you're letting your hip open, follow the knee, and lift nice and tall. Warrior two. Good. So connecting to your breath here. Nice. So my back leg's nice and straight, and my front leg is bent, and my hips are over my shoulders, arms extend. Lots of work here. Connect to your breath. So ground and expand at the same time. Good, so from here, we're gonna turn our front palm up. Keep your legs exactly the same. So we're working our legs pretty good here. Reach forward, inhale, and then exhale, you're gonna float back, peaceful warrior. And you wanna lift out of your back body so you're not dumping into the back. Keep that front leg bent, so you're still working that knee. And the arm reaches up and back, so we're expanding through our front ribs here. Take a deep breath. One more breath here. If you're still with me, keep that leg working. Good, let's exhale. Come back to your warrior two. Torso returns, nice and tall here. Gaze to the front hand, beautiful. Let's lower the arms. We're gonna straighten that front leg. Give ourselves a little break. So we're gonna turn that front foot in now, so both legs are parallel. And then we're gonna take our back leg and turn it the other way. So now we're facing the other edge of the mat. Same thing, other side, add the arms, pull apart, drop the shoulders. Check your foot alignment first, and then when you're ready, you're gonna sink that leg. Warrior two. Very nice, so we're gazing now in the opposite direction toward the other knee. Again, hip opens, knee opens. You should be able to see your big toe. Back leg's nice and straight and sturdy and grounded. Good, breathe. Good, make sure you're not arching in your back too much. You wanna keep that torso nice and tall. Good, and when you're ready, we'll turn the front palm toward the sky. So that top arm reaches up, and then we're gonna inhale and reach forward. Imagine you're trying to scoop up something from the ground, and then lift up and back. Beautiful. Keeping those legs working. You breathe into your front ribs here. Nice deep breath in and out. Good, maybe you got one more breath here. Good, let's take our inhale back to warrior two. Beautiful, lower the arms, straighten that back leg. Turn that foot in. Good, let's take our feet now that they're parallel. We're gonna aim them to the corners of the mat. We're gonna do a little goddess flow here. So a little more challenge for our quads. So your feet are aimed to the corners, and then we're gonna sink into our hips. So we're letting our knees go open wide into our plie here. Lots of work. Add the arms. So we're gonna take cactus arms. Imagine you're holding up a wall, open the chest. Making right angles with the arms and the elbows. Good, and then tuck your tailbone a little bit. Nice. Let's take a breath in. Lots of work here. When you're ready, forearm comes to the thigh, your other top arm will reach over the ear. Extend. Good. As you inhale, use your torso. Come back through center. Inhale, open. Exhale, come to the other side. Reach. Really feeling this through the whole side body. Inhale, lift to center. And the legs, of course. Exhale, reach. You might have a little burning. That's typical. Inhale, come back. If you need a break, of course, anytime take one. Exhale, reach. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Good. One more time. Come through center. And to the second side, reach. Excellent. Inhale, center. Maybe one more breath if you've got it. Slowly lower the arms. Straighten your legs. Nice work. Let's heel toe the feet to the center. We're going to come back to the front of the mat for a moment. Have us do a hip opener next. So another hip opener. I guess that was kind of a hip opener too. So from here, mountain pose, nice and tall. Inhale, lift the arms. Good. Exhale, swan dive. Come down to a forward fold. Briefly. Inhale, come into flat back. Open the chest halfway to the floor. And then we'll exhale and come down one more time. You're going to plant your hands next to your feet and take a giant step back with the right leg. So we're in this lunge position. Your right hand is in front of your left foot if you're on the same side as me. My hips are nice and low. From here, I'm just going to reach my left arm up, open the chest in a nice easy twist here. Breathe. Good. Exhale, lower that hand down. Now I'm going to have you walk your front foot out to the edge of your mat so the hand comes inside of the leg. Good. And then options here for the lizard. You can drop your back knee, uncurl the toes. You can keep the knee lifted. And another option is to come onto the forearms. To come a little lower to deepen that stretch. So whatever works for you, stay here with your hands if that's better. And then I want you to think about that front foot, you're hugging it toward the arm. And your knee is nice and stable, so your foot should be nice and flat. So whatever arm position is best for you, take one more breath in the lizard. Good, wherever you are, let's drop the back knee if it's lifted, drop the back knee, and then just walk your foot back to center, bring the hand outside. Good. From here, I want you to make sure this front knee is stacked right above the heel. We're just gonna come up in a crescent lunge, so we're gonna scissor the legs toward the midline as we lift. This back leg is a little further behind to stretch this hip flexor at the arms. Soften your shoulders, extend your fingers, breathe. All right, optional challenge here if you're up for it. Totally up to you, breathe in. And then gently tip the arms toward the front knee side. So rainbow the arms over. Feeling a deeper stretch here in that hip flexor. Good, inhale, come back up. Float the hands down to frame the foot. Let's tuck the back knee under, lift the knee, the back toes under, lift the knee, step it back to plank position. So your body's in a nice straight line. Go ahead and drop the knees right where they are. And then we're gonna plant the chest between our hands. And bend at the elbows, come down. Slide the legs out so the tops of the feet touch the floor. And we'll inhale for a low cobra. Good, so glue the feet here. Maybe you lift the hands. Gaze is long. Take one more belly breath. Good, release down. Good, we'll tuck the toes. Come through tabletop here. Maybe downward dog. And then we're just gonna make our way to the front of the mat. You can walk, you could step or hop. Fold, let's roll it up slowly. Coming to your mountain pose, open the chest. Nice and neutral of the pelvis. Grounding like a mountain. Let's inhale, lift. Bring the arms up. Good, exhale, swan dive. Soften the knees, forward bend. Inhale to flat back, open the chest. And exhale, fold. Good, so this time we'll take a giant step back with the left leg. Switching sides. Good, so we're in this runner's lunge. Front hand plants in front of the foot, and then we twist, reach up and open. Nice, easy twist. Hips stay low, activate through the heel. One more breath. Good, exhale, lower that arm down by that foot. And then we're gonna walk that front foot to the edge of the mat, bringing the hand inside for lizzard. Good, you can drop the back knee again, maybe come to forearms. Hug that knee toward you, feeling this deep hip stretch. Connecting to your breath, releasing any tension. Good, let's take one more breath. Good, slowly bringing the hands back if they were out. Good, lifting the back knee. Keeping the back knee grounded. Walk the foot back to center, framing the knee. Uncurl your back toes. Again, make sure you're nice and aligned in the front leg. Scissor toward the midline and lift up. Coming into Crescent Lunge, adding the arms when you're ready. I should have had my cushion under my knee, so I'm going to bring an extra cushion there. Good, optional again, one more option if you want to rainbow the arms over toward the front knee side. Reach and breathe. Good, inhale back through center. Float the hands down to frame that foot. Good, tuck your back toes under. Let's step back to plank pose. And then from plank, drop your knees, your chest, and your chin come to the floor. Elbows are close. Slide the legs out, tops of the feet to the floor. Inhale, low cobra. Let's slide the elbows out for Sphinx pose. So your elbows are under your shoulders. If you need to go wider, you can. You're super tight. Arms are parallel in the front. Feet are glued, tuck your tailbone, and we're gonna lift up out of the shoulders. Gaze is long in front of you. Good, so my hips are still down, but I look like a sphinx, right? Hopefully. Breathe into the belly. Deep stretch for the low back. If you have any tension in the back at all, tuck your tailbone or come down. So we don't want to experience any pinching in the lower back. Good. We got one more breath here. Good. Slide your hands down next to your chest. Come lower down. Good. Tuck your toes. Coming through tabletop. Actually, let's push back and do a child's pose here. So sitting back on the heels. Arms extend. Lower the forehead. Take a deep breath into your back. Good, let's walk our hands back to come up. So we're gonna sit on our heels. But actually, let's come back all the way up to stand for one more second. I wanna have us do a little balance pose. So come back up to the top of the mat. Not the most graceful transition, sorry. Good. So here we are standing sort of in the middle of your mat in mountain pose. We're going to try the dancer. So it's a little more of an advanced balance, but it's totally fun to try. So I want you to think of that concept of rooting and extending at the same time. And I'm going to turn to the side so you can see sort of what I'm doing. So starting in mountain pose, I'm going to take my hand out to the side and my thumb back turns behind me. So I'm kind of creating a cup with my hand. And then you can use a wall if you need more stability, so you can stand next to a wall. I'm going to shift my weight to my opposite leg. And then I'm making sure I'm not locking my knee, so gentle on the knee. I'm going to fix my gaze so I can focus my vision. And when I feel steady, I'm just going to swing my other foot into my hand and catch the inside of your foot. Not the outside, the inside. So that arm rotates in. We're catching the instep of the foot. Opposite arm stretches up for balance, counterbalance. If you fall out, that's okay. Try again. From here, we're just going to kick the foot into the hand and hinge forward. Keep your gaze fixed. Keep your breath steady. So nice and expanded and grounded at the same time in our dancer. Beautiful. Maybe we're here for one more breath. Excellent. And then we slowly transition down, release, and then shake it out. Good. So we'll turn the other side. Just forget about what happened on that side. I'll try the other one. So again, we open the hand out so the thumb is back. And we do that, cup the hand, so that we can rotate this arm bone externally. That's going to help open the shoulder. So shift the weight to the opposite leg, create a little softness there. Fix your gaze anywhere that's not going to move. Whenever you feel steady, swing the foot to catch the instep of the hand. And I should have said you could use a strap or a towel here if this is too difficult to reach. That's always an option to use a towel or something. Good, and then extend the other arm, soften the shoulder, connect to your breath. As you're steady, you'll kick back and hinge forward. Good, keep your gaze nice and fixed. Have a moving dancer up here. Deep breath. So you should feel this in the quad of the back leg and front shoulder and the back shoulder. Nice and expansive. Good, and then we'll slowly transition out. Releasing the foot, lower the arm. Nice work, and shake it out. Well done. Good, okay, now let's come down to the mat. So we're gonna come down to our knees. We'll sit on our heels. And then we're gonna just sit to one side. So we're gonna take both feet over to one side. You could mirror me if you want. And then we'll take the top leg on top of the bottom. Now, if you feel like you're really leaned over to get your foot on the ground, take this bottom leg straight in front of you. Especially for guys, it's super tight, tends to be tight. But otherwise, you can keep the leg bent in. So we're gonna hug the knee into the chest. In fact, I think I just changed my mind. We're gonna do something a little more fun. So we're gonna take this top leg, whichever leg is on top, and you're just gonna try to cross the knees. So you're stacking your knees in cow face pose. Good, so knees on top of one another. And then whichever leg is on top, take the opposite arm up. Good, and then take the other arm out to the side and then back behind you. So you could use a strap here if you need, but you don't need props. So back behind you, you can maybe bring the hand up the back as much as possible, but don't compromise your posture. So keep your posture tall. And then whenever you're ready, the top arm will come down, bending at the elbow. So the elbow points up. Maybe you can connect on one side and maybe not. I can connect on this side, but that doesn't mean you can. It doesn't matter. You can just hold your shirt. The thing to avoid is dropping the head forward. We want to keep the head lifted and open. and the elbow up. So breathe here into your shoulders and your hips. Good, let's take one more breath. I lied, we're gonna take one more breath. One more breath here. Good, and then we'll reach that top arm up. Release the back arm and lower the arms by the sides. So maybe shrug the shoulders here. And then we're gonna do a little disco yoga. So we're gonna follow our top leg around and into a pretzel and bring the other knee on top is the goal. So you might watch and then try it, or you can do it with me. So I'm gonna follow this leg. I'm gonna walk hand over hand all the way in a big circle behind me, and then shimmy my legs and bring the other knee on top. My favorite yoga move, which I just brought back this year. I've kind of forgotten about it, but it brings me joy. So I'm gonna do it one more time just so you can see. So hand over hand, knee comes on top, other knee comes on top, and then I'll go back one more time. This way. So now we're stretching the other hip, right? So the other knee should be on top. So fun. Okay. Grounding yourself, stacking the knees. As you're ready, opposite arm stretches up to the sky. Take this other arm behind your back. Now we're internally rotating the shoulder, reaching up the back if you can. Keep the posture tall. When you're ready, drop the top hand toward the back. Keep the elbow lifting up. Good, and breathe. Back to your breath. Make sure the head doesn't drop. Again, nice and open. Excellent. Slowly reach up, release the arm behind the back, and lower, shrug your shoulders. Let's take disco yoga one more time. Follow the top leg, hand over hand. Go around in a circle, and bring the other leg on top. Nice work. Okay, let's stretch the legs out, and let's come to the long edge of the mat. So you're gonna lift the flesh from your sitting bones. And then we're going to use our core strength to come all the way down to the mat. So you're going to have your hands on top, your feet glued to the floor. And then actually let's try coming down through the boat as a little bit of more of a challenge. If you want, you can skip this and just come to your back if you're ready to come back. So you don't have to do this, but it's fun to try. So we're going to bring the hands behind the thighs, and we're kind of balancing on our sitting bones. And then I want you to lift the sternum. So you're nice and tall, so we're not rounded in the back, but we're engaging our core muscles. Long time no boat for me, so we're gonna bring the legs up parallel to the floor, super challenging, holding behind the thighs if you want. If you want more of a challenge, you're gonna reach out toward the feet. So collapse the spine, maybe you row your boat, inhale, open, exhale, row. Okay, try again, you could straighten the legs a little more. If you feel strong enough, maybe you don't row your boat, maybe it just stays still. Good, and then one more time. And then we're gonna try to lower down, feet extend, hands reach. We're gonna try to come down through the same plane, nice and even. Head and feet in the same plane. Oh, and then collapse to the floor. Take a big breath in and out. Good, bend your knees to place your feet on the floor. Good, take your arms out to a T and just windshield wiper your legs gently side to side. Good. And then from here, extend your left leg out, draw your right knee into your chest, clasp around the shin and squeeze the knee in. Good, make some circles with your big toe. And go in both directions. Good, squeezing the knee in. Take a deep belly breath here into your stomach. Relaxing as you stretch the lower back. Good, and then release that leg out. Take your left knee into your chest, clasp around the shin, squeeze it in. Make some circles with the big toe. Good, and reverse the time. Squeeze in, take another big belly breath here. Stimulating our digestive organs. Let's draw both knees in. Squeeze both knees into the chest. Gently rock side to side a couple of times. Good, and then we'll take happy baby. You're gonna reach down for your ankles, for your big toes, whatever is comfortable. Bring the feet to the sky, knees nice and wide apart. Draw the tops of the thighs toward the floor, and then resist a little bit by pressing the feet toward the sky. Keep your tailbone relaxed and your knees are very deeply bent. Good. So letting the knees kind of make some right angles, bending at the knees, and push the feet toward the sky again, thighs toward the floor. So we're neutralizing our whole spine here. Good. One more breath. Slowly lower the feet together, soles of the feet together. Release the knees out to the floor, feet wide apart. So your legs are in a diamond shape now. You might bring fists underneath your thighs, soles of the feet touch. Feeling that nice connection, that circuit of energy through the whole body. You may rest your hands on the thighs for more of a stretch here, up to you. Deep breath in and out. And gently, we're going to slowly lift the knees back up. So using the support with your hands on the outer thighs, gently lift the knees up. Taking the feet hip width apart, checking in with the back. You might walk the feet out mat distance apart, let the knees come to center if you're feeling any tension in the back, or you might stretch the legs all the way out, feet and mat width apart. Let the toes flap out to the sides. Tuck your shoulders under your chest to open the heart. Good. Gently rock your head side to side, bringing the head back to neutral. Close your eyes and part your lips so your jaw is relaxed. Take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. As you relax your entire body completely. Relax. 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 And if you're able to spend a little more time here, I really encourage you to do that. If you are on straight ankle, ring the bell. So just relaxing as you listen to the sound of the bell. Slowly just begin to wiggle fingers and toes. You might rock your head a little side to side. And as you're ready, gently, if they're not already on the floor, bend your knees to place your feet on the floor. And we'll make our way slowly to the right side of our body, coming into a fetal posture for just a moment. Noticing any changes between now and the beginning of our practice. Nice and slowly, as you're ready, when you're ready, use your left hand to push yourself back to a comfortable seat. We'll meet in easy pose. Again, nice and tall, floating on the spine. Good, let's inhale as we sweep the arms up together. Deep breath in. Apologies for the bird clap. Connect the hands, lower them down to your heart, and bow to yourself with gratitude for practicing today. And we'll bow to each other. Namaste.